can't you just stick some fancy tape on my neck, you know, that coloured tape? I see athletes do it all the time. So this is kinesiology tape or kinesiotape, and you see athletes with this on. It's obviously in multiple colours, and the colours are really important. No, they're not. It makes no difference what colour they are, but they're wearing it a lot, and therefore it sort of often is asked to people like me in the setting that isn't sport. Oh, well, they're wearing that tape for an injury, so maybe that would help me. Now, is this something that should be applied, and is this something that is beneficial to patients? And in this study we're looking at here, we're going to look at its effect with regards to neck pain. And in this case, chronic non-specific neck pain. So this was a double-blinded randomized control trial. They were assessing pain, disability, range of movement, and cervical lordosis, which is the inward curvature of the neck. They looked at 50 patients. 10 were males, 40 were females. They ranged from 17 to 62 years of age. So they randomized them into two groups. So the first group had the kinesiotape applied correctly, and the other group had sham kinesiotape, so it was applied incorrectly. Now, it was also important to know that both groups were also given exercises as well. So they used the visual analog scale to determine pain change, the neck disability index. They measured range of motion, obviously at the start and at the finish. They used lateral cervical digital radiographs to determine the lordosis. So what were the results? So the real kinesiotape group actually had lower significant levels of pain on the VAS scale. The neck disability index decreased on both, so that was good but not much difference. The kinesio group were also better with range of motion over the group who had the sham version. And the lordosis was better on the kinesiotape group as well compared to the sham group, which was also an interesting finding. So it does seem that kinesiotape can be a relevant treatment modality here, and obviously this used a sham version of itself, so the placebo component certainly can be sort of put to the side on this. Obviously we do know as well there was exercise, and maybe there's a combination thing that goes on with this like there is with a lot of stuff as well. Some of these things they looked at maybe aren't that relevant. The lordosis thing might not be as relevant as we've spoken about in previous videos. That lordosis doesn't really determine whether you have a problem or not, but it was still interesting to see that it actually changed it. But it did reduce pain, it did improve range of motion, it did improve their function. So if someone's got chronic neck pain, then maybe in combination with exercise and maybe with other things besides, kinesiotape might be a good viable option. And certainly in this case, it might be better than placebo. So what's the worst that could happen? At the end of the day, it's not going to do you any harm. And therefore, if you're struggling and you're looking for something that might have an effect, certainly this evidence here would point to the fact that it might be worth giving it a try. So anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time.